Meatballs! Hi there YouTube friends, welcome back to another episode of Auntie A's Kitchen. Simple and delicious food cooked and prepared in South Korea with South Korean ingredients. If you're new to this channel, annyeonghaseyo. Today, I'm going to show you a treat. A real simple meal. You can make it part of it in the morning and then finish it in the evening as we're doing today. I'm going to show you how to make homemade tomato sauce. If you don't have time to make that or the ingredients, then you could just use a shop-bought pasta sauce and homemade meatballs. The meatballs, they are infused with onion and parsley and garlic. We're going to use just pork and beef for today in our meatballs, and you will see that I use a cracker inside instead of breadcrumbs, and I also put a little secret mozzarella piece of cheese in the middle of my meatball. So that means that when you bite into it, you're going to have a surprise of some cheese. They are absolutely delicious, real easy to make. Let's look at the ingredients and get cooking.
First things first, you'll see me roughly cutting up an onion and getting that into my pan. I will add some oil that I had left over with some garlic and some chili peppers. I also put in a little bit of the sauce left over from some sun-dried tomatoes. Let's cut up our tomatoes. It really doesn't matter what kind of tomatoes you use, although I do think the smaller tomatoes add a lot more flavour. Into here, let's put my tomatoes. All I've done, added my tomatoes and allow those to break down and cook with the onions. So whilst it's cooking, let's get some pepper in the pan and some salt. This is what you want. You want the tomatoes here just to break down. Tomatoes beginning to break down. So I had some leftover pizza sauce. So let's get that in. That will be the foundation of our tomato sauce, and we're just simply now going to allow that to simmer. Put in some garlic. We love garlic in our family, so I do use a lot of garlic. Use less garlic if you wanted. Let's just season a bit more. Small bit of basil, some rosemary and some oregano. Fresh basil, just crunch it in my hands from the freezer, and this is perfect when you keep basil in your freezer because you don't have to cut it up, just like that. Okay. While my tomato sauce is cooking over a low heat, I get on with preparing the parsley that I will use in my meatballs. You can see here, tomatoes are broken down and just delicious. Okay, into a bag, let's empty our breadcrumbs or our crackers. 1, 3. A lot of recipes will use breadcrumbs, but I think these crackers in Korea work really well inside of our meatballs. Cut up our onion. Because this onion is going inside of your meatballs, you want to cut it up into smaller pieces. We have our meat, pork and beef. I got this fresh parsley from Emart. If you cannot get your hands on any fresh parsley, then just use a dry herb. Once you've prepared all of your ingredients, add them into your meatball mixture. Onions. Spoon of mustard and some garlic. Season with a bit of salt, garlic powder, pepper. I like to use my bare hand when mixing all of the ingredients together, but if you prefer, you could use a wooden spoon or wear a plastic glove, whatever you prefer. Egg. And mix that in. Oregano, some rosemary and some basil. As you will see here, I ended up not using all of the onion in my meatball mixture. Last thing to prepare is the mozzarella. I like to use frozen mozzarella as this is easier to cut. You can make the meatballs any size you like. I particularly like eating smaller meatballs, so I make them about the size of a golf ball. I put some of the meat mixture into my hand. I then put the mozzarella in the middle and together with my hands mold it around. Once I have made all of the meatballs, I will keep this in the refrigerator to chill until I am ready to cook. This will allow all the flavors to infuse together. 2 more.
homemade meatballs in South Korea. Let's put some olive oil into this pan.
You will see I put the meatballs in clockwise so that I remember which meatball I put in first when I come to turn them. I'm going to keep turning them and cooking them in the pan until they are a golden brown. They will finish cooking in the tomato sauce. I just want a bit of colour on them first. In the pan. I keep turning the meatballs until all sides are evenly cooked.
There we go. A bit more oil in there.
I don't plan on using all of the sauce, so I take out some of the sauce and place it into a jar that I will, once it has cooled down, keep it in the refrigerator for another meal, another day. There is nothing better than your own homemade tomato sauce, and it keeps really well in your refrigerator.
Starting to get more colour.
Once the meatballs have a good colour on them, you will see I will take some of these out of the pan and put them into another container, and I'm going to keep these meatballs for another day. They can keep in the refrigerator for up to a week, or once cooled down in the freezer for another day. One of the next videos coming up is a sweet and sticky homemade barbecue sauce, and I make a delicious meatball sandwich with some of these meatballs. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when some other simple, delicious recipes are posted online. With the remainder of the meatballs, I place them into my homemade tomato sauce to cook on a low heat while I cook my pasta. You'll see here that I've already turned the water on, and once it is boiling, I will add the pasta.
We want to salt the water that our pasta's going inside. I'm using two different pastas, so I'll put the thicker one in first because this takes just a little bit longer. Oh, the sauce is absolutely perfect. There, our tomato sauce just thickening up finally with the meatballs in, ready to serve. Our pasta is boiling. As soon as our pasta's done, we will eat. So let's get some of our pasta into our bowl. Like that. Meatballs. Parmesan over the top. Sprinkling of pepper. And some fresh basil. You could serve the pasta and meatballs in individual bowls. I like to serve it in one big serving dish as I think it looks more spectacular and allow people to help themselves to whatever portion they would like. And you can see here the mozzarella cheese perfectly melted, which makes these meatballs absolutely delightful to eat. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed another episode of Auntie A's Kitchen, simple and delicious food cooked in South Korea. It's hot and humid at the moment, so I hope you found somewhere to stay cool. I look forward to seeing you again. God bless.